Hi, I'm James from Mint Content.
And I'm Amy from Mint Content. And this week we are going to be talking about some of the most common marketing mistakes companies make and also how to avoid them. So what we'll start with, one of the biggest mistakes that I see when I work with companies is people skimping on content quality. They make one of two mistakes. And the first one is assuming that everybody in their organisation can write and assigning content development to marketing teams or technical experts, and that's detrimental because while they might be really great at what they do, they're not writers, and the quality suffers because of that. And when that happens, the whole kind of it has less impact, the type of content that you create.
Mm-hmm.
And the second area where people tend to skip on content quality, they say, well, if we don't have the time or skills to do it in-house, we'll pay someone overseas to do it. Did you know you can get a blog post for $10 in India? And that's a mistake too, because with content marketing, you absolutely do get what you pay for.
You do. And spending money on Fiverr for somebody who doesn't know the domain or doesn't care to know the problem domain of your customers is just throwing money down the drain.
Yeah, you'll spend more time trying to fix their content, going back and forth with changes, or reviewing everything with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that the message is on target, because it's usually not.
Mm-hmm.
And so one way that you can avoid skimping on content quality is by working with writers who are familiar with your industry, who understand, first of all, the messaging that you're trying to communicate, and also who understand the customers that you're trying to reach.
Mm. And the ways to reach them too. So all of the stuff that makes great writing. So technique, structure, persuasion, psychology. There's a lot of elements to great writing that is overlooked often when clients try to get the cheapest possible resources to do the work.
And I think that's also really important is that great content, when you have great content, you don't have to worry about a lot of other things because your content speaks for your entire brand.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of leads into the next thing, the next mistake that people make.
Mm-hmm. Which is companies spending too much money upfront on websites and design when they really should be using that money to invest in really good content and to build a community around their brand and their company. So there's so many creative agencies, there's so many technical solutions that are offered in the market, and it's very tempting for a customer or a company to think that they'll create an online presence overnight that a customer will really want to engage with if they spend a lot of money on design and a lot of money up front. And that's just not the case. Customers these days, they don't really respond too well to really flashy design anymore. It's kind of just standard, and a lot of the cheap free templates or
if they get the job done,
just get the job done. Exactly.
And that's the thing, it's a bit easier to overlook bad design than it is to overlook bad copy.
Exactly.
And if a reader is on a website that's not at its most, it could be better designed, but if the words are good, I think that's much more important than having a very slick, terribly worded
That's
website.
right. That's right. So a website needs to be good and serviceable and look great. But the more custom development or code that you actually put into the design or to custom development of unique plugins and things like that, the more it's going to be difficult to maintain. And again, more money will be spent where that money should really be devoted to developing great content that actually solves a problem for your customer base.
Yes, and as well, generating more leads, nurturing, being able to nurture those leads with good content. That's stuff that good design can't really do.
That's right. That's right. So our third point here is on silos within organisations.
Yes, you can have, even if you have the best writers and you're investing money in content development, both of which are very important, your marketing can still fail if there's no alignment between marketing and your writers and the people who are actually out talking to your customers.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important for anyone in your marketing team to understand the types of conversations that your salespeople, that your technical resources are having with people out in the field, because they're the ones who have that really intimate understanding of customer problems. Barriers to purchase is another really big one.
Mm-hmm.
And when marketers are trying to kind of fill in the blanks or guess what their customer's kind of situation might be, there's very often like quite a big misalignment.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, no matter what type of content you produce, you're going to miss the mark, and your campaigns are going to miss the mark, and your webinars are going to miss the mark. And so...
because the problems that you might be trying to solve for your customer base may not be the ones that they're actually facing at this present time.
They may not be actual problems.
That's right. So you might be offering great value, but if there's no alignment to your customer base, you're gonna have problems.
You're gonna be stuck. You're gonna have a hard time.
Return on investment will be low. So so that's probably it from us on the most common mistakes that companies make, and basically, if you've got those mistakes in mind, you can probably avoid most of them. So thanks, everyone.
Good stuff. Thanks for watching.